We've learned much more today about one of the suspects accused in the death of a Warrensburg bar owner.
Zach Tecklenburg tells us why the prosecution calls him a flight risk. Hey, Zach.
Elizabeth, Zaid Abid no longer has the opportunity to post bail. He was being held on $1 million, but the judge revoked it. Abid is accused of hiring Reginald Singletary Jr. to murder 25-year-old Blaine Whitworth, who was shot to death Saturday night. Today, the two defendants faced a judge for the first time.
Both suspected in a deadly crime, 23-year-old Zayed Abid and 27-year-old Reginald Singletary Jr. kept quiet today in Johnson County Court.
In fact, I seen more of smirks out of them. It kind of pisses me off.
Blaine Whitworth's friend Christopher Haddock was in the courtroom too. Last night he worried about Abid bonding out of the Johnson County Jail. Turns out County Prosecutor Lynn Stoppe shared his concerns. That's because Abid attends the University of Central Missouri on a student visa. Stoppe says UCM is working to expel Abid. Once that happens, his visa would expire, forcing Abid out of the country. His travel credentials have already been taken, but
all he would have to do would be to leave and go to the Saudi embassy or the Saudi consulate where he is on basically Saudi ground, and they could reissue him a passport and he would leave.
Working with Homeland Security, Sheriff Chuck Heist discovered Abid comes from a wealthy family. He's a pilot and so is his father, so the prosecutor called him a significant flight risk. If he left, Stoppe said Abid would be nearly impossible to bring back to the U.S. The judge agreed, revoking his bond, keeping Abid in jail. It's a relief to Whitworth's family and friends.
He's not going anywhere, and therefore we can somewhat feel safe and feel like everything's moving the right way.
As for Reginald Singletary Jr., his bond does stand at $1 million. Neither defendants have attorneys just yet, so they'll be in court next week for a check on status on that. Preliminary hearings are set for November. Blaine Whitworth, the victim in all this, his funeral is set for Saturday in Garden City. Zach Tecklenburg, 41 Action News.